Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Crowley House Flower Farm and Nursery. Today I'm going to take you along as I do a little seed saving. We have rain coming in tonight, and so any of the seeds, the flowers that bloomed this spring, this later in the season, that are dried in pods are ready to be picked and either saved, or we can sprinkle them in the garden and then they can produce for next spring for us. So this time of year you want to be planting some of those cool flowers, the ones that will be seeded now, planted in a few weeks, probably 6 weeks before the frost, and then it'll probably be before that. So you want to plant them early enough so that the roots can get really nice and established in your garden, and then they just kind of stall over winter. They love having a little bit of cold and even some freezing temperatures, and then come spring they have that jump start and they become beautiful in the garden without you doing much work. So you have to do a little bit of work now for the rewards later. So I'm going to take you along as I collect some seeds here at the farm that we're going to seed up into trays. That way we can kind of know exactly where we're producing them, that they're just not scattered everywhere. And but like you said, if you're in a regular garden, you want to just sprinkle them out, you can do that. Also this week, Braden, I, and Riley are taking a day off. We're going to head out antiquing again. I'm going to take you along. We're looking for a few more items for the shop here, the studio, the little flower cottage, and the farm. We're just looking for little things. I think I am looking for maybe a table and chairs that are going to be outside. I'm looking for some wind chimes, and we are looking for just some more containers and things like that that we can use in the studio, as far as like having little items in them or display items, things like that. So we're going to do that tomorrow. The rain is going to come in, and we just have one day of rain, and so it'll be a good day for us to hit the antique stores. And then also we're going to come back here and do a little bit more work on the flower cottage, getting it ready for our fall opening. I know Keith has been really hard at work getting our little nursery ready, so I'm going to give you a quick little update on the setup of that. And we are going to be getting some bales of straw and things like that just for styling. So it's going to be a fun week here on the farm, and I'm excited to have you along with us. Okay, so let's go collect some seeds. So when you're collecting your seed, I think it's important that you start with just a pen and some envelopes. Make sure you write on each one what you're collecting and when you're collecting it. Generally just the year and maybe month is helpful. And then I like to store my seeds in a refrigerator. Now here on the farm we do have a walk-in cooler, and I store them in, they're scrapbooking containers for just putting all of your pictures and things like that, and you can find them at any craft store, and it works really great for organizing all your seeds, and I love it for that reason. And I think a lot of people have picked up on this and gotten those and been able to save their seeds nicely from especially pests and things like that, but it works best to keep them in the fridge.
Hey guys, hope you're all having a great week. Just out here on the farm in the greenhouse. As you can see, we finished cleaning up this front area, kind of turning it into a little bit of a propagation area, seed starts, that sort of thing. Been reading this book that Beth recommended to me a couple weeks ago. It's Cool Flowers by Lisa Mason Ziegler. It has some really great information in there about cool weather techniques as far as hardy annuals. So we're going ahead right now. We're about 6 to 8 weeks from the first frost here and where we're at. So we're went ahead and started on a few of the hardy annuals that we want to prep for next spring. So you get lots of blooms all the way through your spring and then into the summertime. She even mentions a lot of second planting, so like late spring, early summer. So you get a ton of blooms out of what you're working with. So it's really exciting, a really cool book. I would highly recommend it to anybody out there that's interested in this type of techniques, ideas. So yeah, check it out. And we have a lot going on here. You can see we have some delphiniums, some salvia, we got some echinacea just planted, as well as some sweet peas. There's a ton on our list to plant this week, so really busy, really exciting times here on the farm. Haven't really gotten,
Canterbells, we have all those. Oak farm,
Oxbow, which we just already put that to seed.
Yeah. So you can see on the flower head there, each one, obviously the little flower has fallen away, and then there's some good ones and then there's some bad ones. And also what I'm seeing is that like the birds and things like that have come and eaten some of them. But I just have been gently kind of taking my finger across the top and just kind of like slowly massaging out the seed. Well, we didn't find exactly what we were looking for when we went antiquing, but we had fun, so that's all that matters. So today what I'm doing is working on a wedding with Rilley really quick, and Keith has been tilling and prepping some land or area just kind of behind our little greenhouse. So we're just we got word that our order of mums and pumpkins are going to be a little bit early, so we're just, rushing to try and get things going. Our plan was to be open the very first part of September, but we've pushed it back to first part of October. But now it looks like we might be able to open here even this next weekend. So things are changing and shifting, and it's one thing about what I do, you definitely have to just kind of go with the flow, and that's what we're doing. All right, so I'm going to check in with Keith here, and we're just going to show you a little bit of what we're planning on doing and go from there.
Hey guys, just out here on the farm, family. Kids are actually helping me. But we're just here again at that back area where we had removed all the roses a couple weeks ago. So finally getting around to rototilled it, kind of leveled it all out, got all the loose ends picked up and cleaned up, and now just putting down some thick landscape fabric. The goal with this space, again, if you don't remember, we're going to turn this into a retail space eventually, but with this landscape fabric, we're just trying to beat the rains in the fall where the weeds will start popping up. So just getting that down, keep it clean, keep it ready to go for next spring. So as you can see, little helpers out here helping somewhat, but it's fun. It's what it's all about.
So Keith ended up doing this beautiful pathway of chip. It's a little thick, but it will meld down, and then we'll add in a little bit more. This is playground chip, and we were supposed to get something a little bit smaller. But as you can see, it kind of takes you on out to where they're working and around. So we're just trying to create these little spaces where people can kind of tootle around the farm and just stay on a pathway that will lead them to beautiful spaces and more product. So we're trying to create an experience, not just a nursery. We want people just to really enjoy the space. So this is still just set out randomly. We're gonna keep working on getting this space created. Our product actually comes in Saturday, so I'm hoping to maybe be able to style it in the next week's video. But yeah, it's coming together. I'm gonna lay everything out. Look at these carts, you guys. All shiny new. We restored them. They look super cool. I don't know if anybody's gonna use them, but I think they're fun. I think potentially a few folks might eventually when we get more product. But anyways, that's kind of what we have going.
everyone. It is now September on the farm, so I am coming out here for a little visit, and also I need to get my flower fix on. So I'm gonna be collecting lots of seeds like I used to do. We're gonna do rudbeckias. They're getting ready to give us some seeds, and lots of other flowers on the farm. So I'll take you around and show you what flowers I'm going to be collecting seeds from. September is the perfect time to start doing this, so it's fun. It's already like you're planning for next year. This one is the Cherry Brandy Black-Eyed Susan. So it's that burgundy color. I just kind of scrape with my thumb and they all start popping out. And that's what they look like.
So I'm out in the dry garden with Emma, and there was this beautiful kind of peach yarrow that sprouted up. I think Braden probably planted it, but it's the only one. It was just the most beautiful color. So I wanted to collect seed off of it, and one of the heads is ready, and we're just letting the other ones kind of go to seed. This garden is so weedy right now, but we're just grabbing some seed off of some of these plants here. There's some white cosmos. I think we're gonna grab those as well as we're out here. But oh, and what is okay, I can't remember the name of this one. It's really pretty, but we let it go till about this stage. Apple of Peru.
Oh yes.
A really pretty blue flower and foliage, but you can kind of see the blue flower here. But we'll probably collect a little bit of seed off of that as well. It makes for a really nice, interesting plant throughout the summer, and then in fall. Great. So do not need to buy yarrow this year.
No.
So easy. So I have a full bed of campanula here that we just kind of left, and I couldn't quite tell where the seed was because I was thinking it was kind of like calendula where it would have like larger seed heads, but so I kind of diagnosed it here, and there's like inside you can kind of see there's this like harder space, and then I was like I still don't see seed, so I kind of took off all of this like where the flower had been. And then there's this like little pod that looks like this, and it's really hard. So there's the little pod, and then I actually had to crack open this little pod, and it's very, very tough. And then there was seed in here. Now, of course, this one doesn't have very much of it. Little tiny, tiny seed, which is kind of cool. Let me see if I can find a better one. So the seed's really, really tiny. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the camera. So this is the seed head for it.
So we're collecting Sweet Williams right now, and I'm doing the pink, and then there's also a fuchsia color that we're collecting. It'll be really pretty. They're really easy to collect. It's like a pepper shaker. Alright, I got lots of seeds collected. We just got these little envelopes, they're paper, and lots of fun goodies. Tons of seeds already at the moment. A few of them we're still waiting on, so we'll just keep collecting throughout the month.
So everything here we're gonna process and get them ready to go sell at market. We're probably gonna chop them up. Some of them we might keep in these long bunches for people, but I think most of it we are gonna cut up and sell at Portland. So I'm just going to be making bunches of tips. So we have about 10 stems that's gonna go in here. And I'm just separating them, making sure that they look good. Like, this is all bent up, so I probably won't use this. I might save it for something else later. But I'm just going through and picking out the pieces that I like. This is an 8-foot section, so if you guys are interested in one of these for decorating your home this fall, you can find it in a link down below or on our website or Shopify. We're gonna continue this in next week's video. It's just, this week has been crazy, guys. We're ready for a little bit of a break, but I hope you enjoyed this and we're excited for fall.
So that's it for this week's episode. You can see if you order a box, like Riley was saying, we'll ship it to you, a box of hops for your fall decorating. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, and we would love to have you follow along as we continue on with the nursery. Next week's video is going to be amazing. The pumpkins and mums have arrived. Keith and I are going to be setting up the little nursery and styling all those pumpkins, finishing up the little studio, and lots of stuff happening. My sister Sarah is going to be painting signs. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's really, really exciting and a little nerve-wracking all at the same time. Okay guys, until next time, much success in all you do and grow, and we'll be seeing you shortly back here at Crowley House very soon. Bye-bye.